once you're comfortable with the basic rotation, changing the font size, setting up the grid in InDesign, let's talk about how you can get your text to have some more interesting patterns. So for example, I have some text set up here as a polygon. So I'm going to take my ellipse tool, but you could take the polygonal tool, and I'm going to just draw out an ellipse. If I hold the shift key down, that becomes a circle. And I can use my selection tool to move it around or adjust the size of it as needed. Alright. Okay, and now I'm going to take some of that text, take my text tool, and I'm going to take this text, copy it, and paste it inside. And what's going to happen is that shape actually becomes like a mask. It won't allow the text to go outside it. And I could still alter what font size, I could alter the alignment, so I could make this justified or right, justified or left. I could change the size of certain words if I wanted to. So all the other stuff that you've already been doing. Now do pay attention if you get that red plus sign, that means that not all of your text is fit in. So you could do that with the shapes. You could also take the pen tool over here, so the pen tool, and you could draw out a shape. So for example, I'm just clicking and it's going to connect between the dots, and I'll make something like a triangle, and then switch over to my text tool, and I should already have that copied to my clipboard, so when I click in and I paste it in, I get my last text that I already had copied. And again, I could move this around, or I could take my direct selection tool and just be able to click on specific anchor points. Okay, and another thing I could do, taking the pen tool, is I could draw out kind of, instead of a shape, maybe something that's more like a wave. And now I could take my type tool and instead use the type on a path tool. Now notice the shape that is on with my tool by default, it's kind of like a wave. And once I hover over this path, I get the plus sign, and that's the point when I want to click. And now when I start typing in, or I just paste it in, I can get it on that path. Okay, so just a couple of other ideas for this experimental grid, but also you may want to use them for your design problem number 3.